The Bosphorus, a narrow, natural strait that separates the continents of Asia and Europe. Stretching 30 kilometers, the Bosphorus unites the Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara. The Bosphorus is the lifeblood of Istanbul, and every year for the last 3 decades, thousands of swimmers from around the world come to Turkey to swim from one continent to the other. Today, I'll take you behind the scenes of one of the most exhilarating open water races in the world. If you're new to the channel, welcome to My Swim Pro. Be sure to subscribe for more international swimming adventures, swim training tips, and inspiring stories from our global community. The Bosphorus is one of the busiest waterways in the world due to its strategic importance connecting the east and west. The city of Istanbul is home to over 15 million residents and has been the capital city of 3 empires. First, Byzantium, then Constantinople, and finally Istanbul. These empires each left incredible landmarks on the city's skyline, and swimming in the Bosphorus, you can see countless palaces, mosques, churches, and monuments that mark Istanbul's rich history and culture. Every year, 2,500 swimmers from around the world travel to Istanbul to compete in the annual Cross Continental Swim. The race covers 6.5 kilometers of the Bosphorus in the heart of Istanbul. On the morning of the race, the strait completely shuts down for 3 full hours, just enough time to clear all the ferries, yachts, and ships for a moment that has been anticipated for months. Tens of thousands of spectators line the Bosphorus on both the Asian and European sides to see a truly spectacular sight. Nowhere else in the world will you see one of the busiest shipping channels shut down so swimmers can race across it. It's truly incredible. The backdrop of Istanbul's magnificent mosques, castles, and rich history adds a unique flavor to this one-of-a-kind spectacle. All of the swimmers load onto 2 massive ships on the European side before being transported to the starting dock in Asia. On board the ship, you can feel everyone's energy and excitement. Once we leave the dock, there's no turning back. We wear nothing but our swimsuits, goggles, caps, and a tracking bracelet. The ships are divided by age group, and after a 15-minute cruise up the Bosphorus, we dock at the starting point. A starting platform is built in a matter of minutes. It's almost time for the race to begin. The anticipation is growing. Everyone on the boat is ready to go. The water is calm, but not for long. The event staff gives the final okay, and the gun goes off. The first wave of swimmers dive into the vibrant blue waters of the Bosphorus. The older swimmers begin their journey back to Europe first, while I wait patiently alongside 1,200 other swimmers. And within the first 30 seconds, over 500 swimmers have already started racing. I don't recall being nervous. I was more excited than anything. What was once a vision of swimming between 2 continents was about to become a reality. In times like these, all your senses are firing. And after a few minutes, most of the swimmers have entered the water, and finally, it was my turn to take the plunge. I walked to the edge of the starting platform, looked out at nearly 2,000 swimmers scattered across the Bosphorus, and I dove in. From afar, we looked like thousands of piranhas nipping at the surface. I felt strong, the water was cool, and I knew my sense of direction. Within a couple of minutes, I passed under the first bridge. The Fatih Sultan Mehmed Bridge carries over 150,000 cars between Asia and Europe every day. I could barely believe I was swimming underneath it, and I couldn't help but swim a few strokes of backstroke to gaze up at this 8-lane suspension bridge, one of the largest in the world. Moving past the first bridge, it became clear where the current was strongest. Veterans of this swim advise following the cool water flowing from the Black Sea for the fastest swim. If you can catch the cold water, usually right in the middle of the strait, you'll be able to swim nearly twice as fast. If you miss the current and swim off to the side, you may get stuck in a negative draft on the shoreline and go practically nowhere. Sure enough, I found what I thought was the cold current and I got into a rhythm. I felt good. The view was magnificent, and the sight of Istanbul's architecture was something else entirely. Every breath I took gave me a new perspective. Although I was one of the last swimmers to leave the starting platform, I wasn't concerned because I knew the final race time was based on the timing chip and not when the first swimmer entered the water. I used this to my advantage, and over the next 30 minutes, proceeded to pass approximately 2,000 swimmers by the time I reached the second bridge. As I approached the finish, the current intensified. It was so strong, I felt like I was flying. I've never experienced anything like it. The current is so powerful, in fact, that a series of safety boats position themselves just past the finishing platform to catch swimmers who get swept past the finish line. Luckily, that wasn't me. This happens to a couple dozen swimmers every year, and knowing this, I made sure to position myself accordingly for a strong finish. As I neared the platform, I could see and hear thousands of spectators from the bleachers and the shoreline. There were drones, helicopters, and fans at the park cheering for all of us to finish. I took my final few strokes into the platform, and I climbed out. I did it. I swam from Asia to Europe. I was a cross-continental swimmer, and it was an amazing experience. I placed third in my age group with a final time of 53 minutes and 36 seconds, and was the fastest swimmer from the United States across all age groups. I averaged 48 seconds per 100 meters. For context, the world record in the 100-meter freestyle is 46 seconds, meaning I swam at nearly world record pace for almost an hour. Now, this isn't to say how fast I am, but a comment on how strong the current is in the Bosphorus. You see, most swimmers take anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes to complete the 6.5 kilometer swim. The record time for this swim was set in 2006 at 39 minutes. In other words, 36 seconds per 100 meters. That's absolutely insane. The race is followed by a televised awards ceremony hosted by members of the local government. Family and friends gather to watch and congratulate each other on completing the cross-continental swim. If you're considering this race, I highly recommend it. It's incredible. The swim is well organized, the views are magnificent, and the city of Istanbul is amazing. With international participants from over 50 countries, many travelers, including myself, take this opportunity to explore the beautiful city of Istanbul. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, with mesmerizing culture, delicious food, and a breathtaking skyline. I spent the week after the race exploring the city with my parents, and it was truly an unforgettable experience. Thank you for joining me on this journey, swimming from Asia to Europe. Be sure to watch our video breaking down the 10 most beautiful swimming pools in the world and plan your next swimming adventure. If you're interested in learning more about how I train for the Bosphorus Cross-Continental Swim or need personalized swim training workouts, check out the MySwimPro app, available for iPhone and Android. We'll also link more information in the description. Wishing you the best and happy swimming.